whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long, but I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. And my feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at, be turning back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
Hey guys, hey howdy, hey, welcome, 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 welcome. How's it going? It's January 30th. Can you believe it? Oh my God, I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it. I kind of have to believe it. You know what I mean? Hey babes. Hi love. So I'm like, if you see me looking, I'm looking at my computer, I'm looking at my cell phone. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So if you see that I'm like not looking directly at the camera, I'm looking at my own face on my computer. It's kind of weird, but I can see the comments better on my computer than I can my phone. So here we are. That's how we're going to do things. Okay. Hold on here. There we go. Hey, so if you haven't already, make sure you're hitting the follow and the likes and the share and invite your friends and all that stuff. Hopefully it's going to be a fun night. I hope. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes out. We'll see what happens. Let me get my little notepad thingy-ma-do. Because sometimes I've got to write notes, and I feel like if they're telling me get the notepad, I'm like, well, I guess we're going to be taking notes tonight. You know, I guess that's what we're going to be doing. So say hi. Let me know that you're here. You know, all the stuff. And if you're new here, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Pendulums Path. My name is Natalie. I'm a psychic medium. I'm the owner of the Pendulums Path LLC. And we're doing a live stream show tonight. So welcome to everybody. Make sure you're sharing this out and reacting throughout the night. The more you react, the more it pushes me out there. You know, stuff like that. So hit the hearts, hit the likes, all the stuff. Doesn't matter if you hit it once, but the more you hit it, the more it boosts me. So I appreciate the boosts. You know what I mean? Boost me up. Let's get a good crowd in here. Oh, thanks, Courtney. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully we get some messages through tonight. I don't always remember everything that I say during readings, so if stuff comes through and it sounds like I said it before, it's not because I'm remembering that I said it before. Just saying. I'm not saying that with you, but like if he comes through again tonight and something's like he's just revalidating, don't be surprised. Hello, Shelly. Hello, Shauna. Hello, hello, hello. But I am so glad that reading gave you guys some peace, because that's all I want to do. You know, is just kind of help bring some peace to some people. You know what I mean? Because like the world's life, just in general, is not a peaceful experience. Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? He's an attention hound, is he? Yeah. Doesn't surprise me. some people are like that, you know what I mean? And it's like I've often found that personality, it's like while we may no longer exist, the personality is definitely part of the soul and spirit, let me tell you. So if someone was like an absolute jokester and prankster while they were here, guess what? That personality type is definitely going to come through. If they were kind of quiet, introverted, really didn't have much to say while they were here, they're probably not going to have much to say on the other side. Like the personalities don't just suddenly shift and change after we cross over, okay? Um, so that's just my experience. You know what I mean? Hey, Lynette, how's it going? Hi, 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 hi. Okay, so we got some people in here. We got some people. Should we get some cards out? Should we do some oracle? Should we do something fun? I feel like we should do something fun. Let's do something fun. You know what I mean? Let's do fun stuff. Let's do some fun stuff. Okay, we're going to do my Moonology deck. Hi, Crowley. How are you? I can see you going like this. Like I can, like with this. Hold on. Hey, Aaron. But with that, all I see is, that's all I see. This is like that. But this is. Should we do Oracle? I mean, if you get excited about Oracle, let's do Oracle. I mean, I get excited about anything, really. I don't want to say like I'm easy to please, but it doesn't take much to like. Doesn't take much. Hey, Janet, how's it going? How's it going? I know you love Oracle. Oh my God, they're already popping out. They're already flying. I feel like that was a dig at me. They're like, yes, it was. They're like, yeah, it was. This is the first time you've actually caught live. Well, that's awesome. However, your first experience with me, Miss Richardson, was absolutely hilarious. It's not just what happened during the reading, it's what happened immediately after. It's what happened immediately after that still has me in stitches. Still has me in stitches because all I hear is just the words "you heifer." And it wasn't meant in a really bad way at all. It was just amazing. And then secondly, the reaction that your offspring had to what I had to say, because that also was hilarious. Like she stood up and she's like, I think I'm going to throw up. And I was like, oh my God, I've never had that reaction before. But yeah, that was also amazing. Just, I think I'm going to throw up and you heifer. It was just, those were amazing reactions to our private sessions. But yeah, so good times. Alrighty, so let's see here. Where you're just excited that I'm here. You're just like, we're just excited that you're on. And I'm glad that you guys are excited that I'm here. I mean, it would kind of suck if you guys are like, oh God, there she is again. I guess we're gonna have to go pay attention to Natalie and give her some love. No. Just, yes, Janet. And if you do want to book with me, hey, look down below. You look like right there. Oh, look at all that stuff right there. I managed to figure out some stuff. You're here for moral support. Oh my God, you forgot your headphones. Jeez Louise. You love talking to me. See, people say that, and then I start calling them out on their own bullshit, and they're like, okay, so that wasn't nearly as fun as I thought it was going to be. You can't take her anywhere. Jeez Louise. Did I remember your coffee this time, sir? You know damn well I didn't. I have ADHD and I can't remember anything. I can't remember anything. You need someone to hold you accountable, huh? All right. All right. So, whoever wants reading tonight, let me know. Drop your birth date, please, so that I know that you're over the age of 18. Please and thank you. And then don't put something like just general because that's boring. That's boring if someone just says just general. Okay, if you want to know what's going on in your life and you've got like this little thing that's like really bugging you and you don't do the whole like test the psychic thing either, let me know what you want to know. All right, or at least give me something to like focus on, because otherwise I could start talking about stuff that you're like, oh, I was hoping she would bring this up. But it's like, well, if you wanted me to bring it up, then tell me to bring it up. Just saying. Okay. You guys need to stop with that. Just saying. My darling, I don't know if you're having like some issues with some trust. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you're having some issues with some trust that like some things are gonna happen. Okay. This card of assess the situation comes out, but it's you looking at the entire situation, and it is around the home. I feel you need some perspective, or you need some distance, or something along those lines. No talking about me. I am watching when I get to the hotel. Yes, ma'am. But there is like some zoom out, or maybe some perspective changes that need to happen. Also, there are some details that I feel like need changing. Just some tweaking, some adjusting. It's kind of, I don't know why they're showing me fishing and fishing lines and bait and throwing bait out and all of that stuff. I don't know what that means metaphorically, but maybe like change the bait. I have a feeling you'll understand what I mean metaphorically with that. Oh, is your home selling soon? Anything helpful in that direction? Well, then that would have to do with that then, wouldn't it? Clear your mind about it, okay? You're going to be able to leave. You're going to be able to walk away from it, okay? You're not going to be stuck attached to it for too long. I feel like that this year it's going to sell this year. You're not going to be on the market forever. But yeah, there is like this card that comes out. It says see the bigger picture, so zoom out a little bit instead of being so hyper focused on that. Be like, okay, there's other stuff at work, there are things that are changing. I look amazing. Well, thank you. So do you, darling. And don't say no, I don't, because you're just laying in bed in like your pajamas or whatever. Okay. Nat, how does this work? Okay, so you put your birth date down. Okay, so then I know that you're over the age of 18. If you have a question, or at least an area of your life in which you would like me to focus on and just, you know, give you some answers to, then put that down, please. Because if you just say general, you know what I mean? It's just I could literally say anything. You love how my hair is laying. Well, I haven't had a haircut in like forever. But I'm trying to make it work. But it's healthy. I mean, look at that shine. Look at that. This is what happens when you don't dye your hair. This is the color. This is the I've got tinsel, as somebody affectionately calls it. I've got tinsel in my hair. I know your life. Yes, I do. But what do you want me to focus on? Because you got a lot going on, girl. You have got a lot going on. Let's be honest. And I can hear you roaring, and I can just see you just falling apart. Okay. So don't say like you know my life, because I do partially. I mean, I'm not actively involved in it, but there's a lot going on there. So yeah, so like exactly like this. This is a perfect, wonderful example right there. And I know that that just boosted that fiery. I want to say Chuck Jeff a little bit. It's like, of course you're going to use me as the example. So what does work look like? What's work looking like? Okay, so Mr. Knight. Okay, you already know that you kind of live fast, or at least you're constantly busy, and any changes that you are making, and I feel like that you already have plans in motion to make changes, whether it's with a podcast, or I'm just seeing headphones. So something to do with headphones, I'm assuming it's going to be a podcast. Changes with podcast or taking things in a new direction, you're absolutely going to be able to take what you already have and adapt it to where you're going. This card of the dumpster fire comes out upside down. So any big changes that are happening are not because of outside forces. It's because you decided to light that bitch on fire and say, I don't need that anymore. I'm going to burn that up to the ground because that's not serving me, and I'm going to go do something else. And those other things are actually going to be easier for you. They're actually going to be, you're going to be able to relax a little bit more, or at least conserve your energy. You're not going to have to put as much physical work into what you're doing. And you're going to be learning how to, it's like adjusting your schedule and learning how to balance your schedule with your relationships, because it's like schedule changes are happening, and you're going to have to learn how to change your schedule and adapt to that. But no matter what, you know how to manifest accomplishment. So every alleyway that you go down is going to lead to some sense of, okay, well, that paid off. Even if it was just a little bit, it's going to pay off. Literally and figuratively. And I just heard the song Rasputin playing in my head. Of course, this is dumpster fire, but you're the one who lit it, and you're the one who threw gasoline on it, and you're like, let's get the marshmallows. You know? The best dumpster fires are the ones that you light yourself. Instead of coming home and be like, oh shit, everything's on fire. Be like, hell yeah, everything's on fire. Look what I did. Or at least that's my perspective. Those are my thoughts. Because then you can invite your friends around and make a party out of it. Are you in the job that you will stay in? Are we talking about location, or are we talking about like, I don't want to say genre, but it's not genre, but it's like the category. Oh God, I'm terrified. Do I want to see my texts? I love it when someone says, like look at your, like, I'm sending you a text. And I'm like, oh goody, are you? I guess what I did. Oh, honey, there's so many things that you could have done. It's like me saying to someone, guess what I did? Usually several people are like, oh shit, what have you done? So you're talking about the current employer. Is Lynette okay? Should Lynette stay with the employer that she's currently with? Let's just boil it down to that. Should you stay? Should you go? Should I stay or should I go now? Now I'm gonna have that song in my head. Great. What does Lynette need to know about her current career situation? Right? It's literally like, what have you done? I mean, you already know this situation, but you know, let's just ring it all out, okay? You just saying it too, okay? So I'm glad I'm not alone in like the ADHD land of just you know, like great. Now I've got like two songs in my head. I've got like Rasputin going on, and then I've got that going on. It's a whole thing. Okay, so Lynette. Okay, I mean, you want me to just say it? No. Okay. But you've got to make a decision. I feel like you already are jumping around a little bit with some things. Okay. This card lift fast comes up again, but for you, I feel like it means jumping around a little bit. Okay. And I also want to say that like you've already been tempted to jump ship several times because someone is really testing your patience. And there are a lot of entanglements going on. Like there's multiple players here. It's not just like you and one person. It's like you and one person, and then that person is with like entangling with another person, and then that's causing chaos with you. Like there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay. So if you've already started looking or trying to see what is out there and trying to communicate with other people that you are looking for a change, start doing that if you haven't. All right. Get out of the state of unpredictability. All right. I do feel like you need to give yourself a little bit more nurturing and a little bit more structure as well. And I'm just saying that just in general, whether it's just because life has just become a bit unpredictable and spirit's like, you just need to like take care of yourself a little bit more and give yourself some nurturing. Like just spending some alone time or whatever that is for you, but you need like just to like maybe just take care of yourself a little bit more. Well, there it is. And it's just like the slapping the legs and getting up to get a beer. And if you literally just did that, I will die. And you can hear now. Woo, that's exciting. You're very welcome, Lynette. You are very, 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 very welcome. All right, who next? So if you're new here, welcome. If you're just joining, welcome to the show. We're doing some psychic readings and stuff like that. If you want a reading, all you got to do is put your birth date down and let me know kind of what you want to know. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, if you don't want me to talk about stuff on here, if you want to book a private session, just like literally look below right there. There's all my stuff. If you want to send me a tip, wonderful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. If not, that's fine too. I'm not asking. I'm not begging. No, but I am getting pizza. It's just, yep. Hi, Miss Marissa. Do. What's your year? What's the work year looking like? What does Lisa need to know about her work stuff for the year? going to be discovering some new places. We're also going to stack this as well. We're going to stack this. Okay, we'll take this. Okie dokie. All right, so Miss Lisa, we got some curiosity and we've got some discovery. So you are definitely going to be curious about new places or places that you've always wanted to go to and literally going and discovering some things. I do see that with some things that are going on outside of your control, there are going to be restrictions coming your way that you're going to have to navigate. I do feel like you kind of saw things coming anyway, or at least you anticipate there already being some restrictions, whether that's with being able to get certain places or just travel things outside of your control or redirecting you to have to go in another direction. I'm not sure what that means right now. I'm pretty sure you're going to find out probably by summertime, okay? However, all the manifestations that you put out there into the world are going to pay off and bring you success no matter what. I also feel like you're going to be able to bring more structure to your business this year, or the restructuring that you're trying to do is going to take off. I also see a big increase in responsiveness as well. Like people are going to flock to you, or you're going to get a lot of people coming up to you about things. Be fearless about these changes that you are making. Okay, like the inner little voice inside of you that's been kind of nagging you or badgering you to make these changes, do it. Okay, all right, just go ahead and do it. I also want to say, I just want to add this in here. Okay, you got to detox yourself from some people, and situations, but I feel like people as well that are challenging. They're challenging your fire a little bit, and you need to listen to your intuition and not keep those little threads attached. It's not like they're cords and cables anymore. They're just threads, or maybe like those relationships are hanging on by a thread, and it's like if you're waiting for somebody to cut those, do it yourself. I know, you people, right? It is what it is, though. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. The Leo fire. I was like, listen, if people are hanging on by a thread, cut them off, cut them out. It's, it's setting the bridge on fire. Absolutely. Let's go. Yeah. What does your February look like? I feel like that's going to be a big part of your energy for February, is that. Do it with me, everybody. You know what I mean? Everyone take a deep breath, because it feels good, and it's cleansing, and it's wonderful. Okay. And new places tomorrow. See, that's amazing. Sapphire, we are doing readings. If you would like one, I need your birthday so that I know that you are over the age of 18. If you are not over the age of 18, I'm sorry, but you can just like sit there and watch and stuff like that. And then put down what it is that you would like me to kind of like focus on, or like kind of look into. And don't just be like general, because I could literally pick like anything out of the sky and you could be like, well, that was a bummer. I was hoping she would say something else. So if you want me to like look into stuff, let me know. Okay. All right. So for you, for February, finding a balance. Remember, with that deep breath, you are going to have to learn to, or at least you're going to be working on finding balance for yourself or within yourself. I also feel like that there's going to be some real hard truths, not within like your home, but there are going to be some harsh realities that you are going to have to face, and you're going to have to kind of, again, oh, those fiery energies, man. That fire energy is being tested in February, or at least with you. So, not, I don't want to say like be humble, but if you look at this, okay, if you look at this and everything feels like you're really really small, just sit quietly in like that lotus position, like yoga, meditation, things like that. And I also feel like you are going to be working on speaking things into being, whether they are mantras or phrases, affirmations, manifestations, whatever it is that you were doing, you're stepping into your power and declaring things. I mean, look, there's like Aries energy in there as well. All right. So you're going to be stepping into some quiet power. All right. I feel like you're going to be stepping into some quiet power and leaving, or at least choosing to, it's going to be a choice, but leaving some things behind so that you can, I mean, I want to say like detoxify from some negativity, or at least you want to detoxify from some negativity. But you need to start believing in some positivity and work on releasing some blocks so that you can get there, my friend. Hope that makes sense for you. Miss Marissa, you're starting any part-time job this weekend. Will there be success there? We've got a mother figure, two mother figures. Um, she's successful if she tries. Like, success is what you are going to make it. Your determination, your focus, your target, or whatever the target is going to determine whether or not you pass or fail, whether or not you win or lose, whether or not you trip over the hurdles, or just keep, leaping over every single hurdle that gets thrown your way. I don't know why they keep bringing up a glass. It's like I'm being shown like a cup. Um, like, I don't know if you need to hydrate more. Um, but it's just drink in general. I don't know what that means. Um, I hope that that makes sense for you. I'm also being shown calendar and being shown like, it's like clocks and calendar, so like periods of time, things like that as well. And there's successes or milestones or something along those lines. It's like you're marking the calendar like little X's. I don't know if you're counting down to something, counting up to something. I don't know what it is that you're counting as well. That's coming up as well. Um, You've got a lot of obstacles to overcome, and you're going to get tired through it. Don't quit, even when it stings, even when it hurts. Like, even when like you feel like you're like, I don't know if I can do this. You can. Okay. So I hope that I feel like I just like kind of just talked in like 14 different directions just then. I was like, wow, they're just like, holy crap! Shut up. Congratulations, girl. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's an accomplishment. That's awesome. Well, that kind of makes sense. You're like, oh my gosh, it sure does make sense. Also, be careful with the company you keep as well, is what I heard. Okay. Like, just be mindful. Be mindful of the company that you keep. Okay. Welcome. That's awesome, pastry chef. My brother was going to do that for a while. But then we figured out that being legally blind and having a chef's knife in his hand is not always a really safe thing. We'll leave that there. It was like that was not a great time. It was not, yeah. Several stitches later. I freaked out mom. Do 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 do. Miss Savage, you've been a little off track, have you? Let's get you back on track, shall we? Or at least see if we can find the track. Because now I've got you spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. So you can like spinning or spun or something. Several stitches later. Yep. And a very drained mother. And me sitting there going, good job, bro. Good job. Okay, so Miss Savage, you gotta make some time for some self love. Other people have chipped away at you for far too long, and like the damage isn't irreversible, okay? But the patches that you put on upon yourself are not going to. I feel like someone's saying that like things that have happened to you that have scarred you or changed you or whatever, you've got to take action against those chips and cracks. All right. And doing that, like taking action and actually being kind to yourself, especially if others have been less than kind to you. Okay. Also, I feel like that this spiral that you've kind of had recently has caused you to lose a lot of trust. And I can empathize and sympathize with that completely. All right. don't jump ship is what I want to say. Like, don't make any rash decisions or anything like that. Make sure you're thinking things through before you make any big decisions and things like that. But trusting in the universe, while it's a really hard thing to do, sometimes nigh impossible, um, trust that things are going to not like work out in your favor, but work out in a way that is going to be, it's going to make it easier for you to breathe. Okay. Also, your distraction from your spirituality, maybe change the way that you're doing things, or maybe go at things from a different approach. Because if you feel like that you're blocked at the moment, you're not completely cut off. There is still a little bit of light there, but I feel like that there's a lot of emotions that you've got to kind of process in order for you to like maybe cross that boundary or barrier a little bit. Like, have a good cry. You know what I mean? If you feel like you gotta have a good cry, have a good cry. Feel like you gotta have a good cry. It's okay to cry, folks. It's okay. Let your fears dissolve and look at that water sign. Okay. Once you kind of process those emotions, okay, if you look here, there's like this massive waterfall because you're like all the way out here, like woo, far away. So the closer you get to that, the bigger and louder that is going to get. And even back here, oh my God, look, there's another one that you're going to have to go through. So you're going to have like a couple of waves here or levels that you're going to have to like kind of go through during that process of breathe that all out. Okay. Let those fears kind of dissolve if you can. All right. If you can let those fears dissolve, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to let fear kind of not get in the way of us getting to a point of success. But once we process like those little cancer feelings sitting in there, okay, because too many emotions can get us all crabby. Let's see who's next. Drop those hearts and likes and stuff. Share this out. Follow my pages. All that stuff. Let's see, Miss Hannah Evans. Want to pull for me career-wise? Not even sure what to ask about it, but let's just focus in on the work stuff. Hannah, I feel like the position that you're in right now, you will be or have been or whatever. Maybe it's all of that to do some hard stuff. All right, to do some stuff that maybe like it's like lemons in the mouth. It's giving you a sour taste. It's giving you like a I don't want to do that kind of thing. And there's like worry about aftermath as well. I don't know if you've got to like let people go from their job or something like that. Something like that might be coming up. And you know, as much as you are a piranha, I know that you do have thoughts and feelings about other people from a place of kindness and love and all of that stuff. So even if you're worried about things, trust that all is going to be well. Or maybe if you're worried about your job in general as well, trust that all is going to be well. All right. You are, I mean, I don't have to tell you this, but you're amazing. Okay. And you bust your ass all the freaking time. Hannah's like, just yes. Okay. You're amazing at what you do, and you're going to continue to shine and all of that stuff. And you're going to be able to find a place or at least a moment where you kind of settle into this, okay? Because everything feels kind of higgledy-piggledy and chaotic. And it's like the desk is chaos. It's like there's papers everywhere and you don't know where anything is. And it's like you're trying to fumble and thumb through things, trying to find stuff for someone, and then the phone's ringing, they're asking for something else, and you're looking that up on the computer, and it's just like you just want, okay, instead of focusing on all of that chaos, focus on the positives. All right, it's like while there's a lot of negative, there's still some positives. Like look how far you've already come. All right, look at what you've accomplished in such a relatively short period of time as well. All right. um You also need to stop pushing down your feelings. And I say that with love, but you need to stop swallowing that and not allowing yourself to feel things because you want to, like, just think you have no idea how right you are right now. But you need to stop pushing down that waterfall that you also know that you need to, like, take a ride down. Okay. Stop trying to be a salmon, trying to swim upstream and going against that. I love you. And I'm sure you're going to send me a message and be like, this is all the stuff that's going on. And Miss Savage is like, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm really sorry to hear about the loss of your mother. Sometimes we got to go through like the really hard shit though. I mean, we really do. We got to go through some really hard stuff in life and it pushes us. But okay, if you look at it, I hate using this, but it's like boot camp. You know what I mean? It's like boot camp, and it's all of these things are really pushing you to make you stronger, make you more successful, make you more resilient. It's going to push you to places in your life where you're like, I cannot take one more hit. This is too much. I've had enough. And the freaking drill sergeant right next to you was going, come on, move, move, move. Life is not stopping. You've got to keep going. And if I can be that drill sergeant for anybody, even if it's just from a place of loving kindness, then I'm going to do that. Okay. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel all those things exactly at the same time. You're not wrong for feeling that way. It's absolutely valid to feel those things. We have those feelings for a reason. And don't let anybody tell you that what you think and what you feel is incorrect when it comes to your own personal experience. Look at you. Congratulations. I need to get mine done. But congratulations. And I did say that, didn't I? That you'd be getting ahead of that kind of stuff. Even though I'm like, I don't do health readings, but you're going to be getting ahead of your getting your at least some stuff sorted out. So that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. All right, who's next? Drop your birth dates down, drop a little question. Or if you don't know really like what to ask, just put like the area of your life that you're just like, I need a helping hand. Someone help. Okay. I've got somebody who's showing me 20s, in their 20s. Young kid. Like I want to say like he's a kid. He didn't think he was a kid, but he was a kid. A kid and a kidder. I hear like a big bang with him. But he didn't take his own life though. don't know who that is. Gives me a hard hat too. Like 20s. Hard hat. But he's not claiming responsibility of, I mean, like he didn't want to um be where he is now. Oh, that's got to be him then. Did he climb trees? He's like, I was a bit of a monkey. Be like swinging from branches and stuff like that. Like swinging from vines. Who has his boots? I got my boots. Who has his boots? You called him Spider Monkey. That's why he's showing me the monkey like swinging from the vines like a freaking monkey. I was like, it's like Tarzan in my head. I was like, it's like a monkey like swinging. So he's definitely around if he's saying monkey. Isn't a spider monkey like one of those black and white ones? Like it looks like a lemur but without a tail. I don't know. I'll have to Google that later. I'm like, what does the spider monkey look like? Because I know I've seen one, but I can't visualize it. I mean, I'm assuming they've got like stupid long arms and legs. But he keeps bringing up his boots. He was all about Aria boots. Okay, that's why he's like boots. Okay, cool. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Cool deal. I'm like, who has his boots? Like, I don't know why he keeps bringing up his boots, but he needs to mention his boots. So he's bringing that up. I was like, let's just throw the cards away. Let's just see what else comes up. That's all he ever wore. I dated a guy who only wore Pumas. Like that was it. That was it. That was the shoe. And I was like, there are better shoes out there. And he's like, nope, Pumas for life, man. I was like, that's weird. I was like, I had a guy who was like, you got better shoes, like more expensive shoes than I do. And t-shirts too. Like t-shirts. So many t-shirts. So many t-shirts. It was ridiculous. I was like, how is your closet bigger than mine? And cargo shorts, Pumas, t-shirts, the square toes. That's so weird. They hurt his feet less though. Like he's like, I got more room. He's like, I could walk better. Did his feet always hurt? Let mom know I'll be with her. Does he also have a sister? Because I feel like he's okay. I know this sounds like terrible to say, but I feel like he's punching somebody, but like in a playful manner, not like he's actively trying to beat somebody up, but he's like doing the whole like it feels like sibling rivalry. It feels like he's like punching a sibling. And I know that's so I was like, that's mean, but at the same time, I feel like it needs to be said or at least brought up that there's like that bullying, playful in love bullying is still actively taking place. So let me know if that makes sense, or just at least let that person know that like you're still being picked on. Older brother, is that what it is? I'm like, is sibling rivalry like being punched? So that would make sense that it's a brother. Okay, we'll let the brother know that like there's punching going on and arm wrestling and all of that stuff kind of thing going on. But it's definitely like I'm being seen like the playful 1 2 1 2 1 2 kind of thing going on there. So that's going on. Puppers. Don't know what the word puppers mean. I mean, it refers to dogs, but puppers as well. Does someone do bird hunting? Like duck, something like that? Or just hunting in general, but it looks like birds. It's like I feel like someone disturbs bushes and then wish you could ask for a cell phone code. Oh my god, I mean if I could ask for those numbers, it wouldn't be a far shot for me to get lottery numbers and they won't let me do that. Mac, his brother. Okay. Oh, hold on. Sorry, just to like stop that for a second. They've been spinning, or you spun on my computer spins right before I clicked on it. Well, that's funny. There's probably another thing you should stop. You're not winning, you're losing, right? And if you're losing, hunted birds all the time. I was like, I can see like somebody like shaking a bush and like birds going everywhere, and it kind of felt like duck hunting, but I wasn't 100% sure if it was ducks because I don't do that kind of stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't always know. I'm like, I kind of joke around. I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying half the time because I legitimately don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I do. I'm trying to relay the message that I'm hearing, but it doesn't make any sense for me. So that's why I say so frequently, I hope that makes sense for you. It's kind of like my tagline because it doesn't make sense for me, but I really hope it makes sense for you. And if it doesn't, but feedback is everything. Feedback is everything. I go by feedback because that's how I know that I'm on the right track. So if I'm saying something and someone's like, I have no idea who or what you're talking about, let me know. It was quail. I was like, see, I don't know those things. I don't know that stuff. But it sounded like like when a bunch of birds like all fly out and they all like kind of chirp and stuff at the exact same time. But if you hunted birds all the time and they're showing me stuff that kind of looks like, I mean, I did say, I don't know if he hunted birds. It's like, because that's what it looks like. For me, it's kind of like I'm playing charades, Pictionary, and the telephone game all at the same time with someone I can't see. So I'm trying to interpret what I'm seeing metaphorically and then put it into at least a human experience that I can relate it to in the hopes that you guys understand what I'm talking about, and can put it into context for your life. Because most of the people on here I've never met in person. I've read for several times, but I don't know you all personally, you know. Do. You're going to be able to get his phone unlocked, though. Did you try and take it to a place and explain to them the situation? It's like there are accounts that you need to take over, or at least are wanting to take over. I feel like you're going to be able to find someone sympathetic that will help you unlock the phone, or at least bypass some things without you having to reset and lose things. Because I feel like that it's not just photos, there's like photos, there's videos, there's contacts and all of that stuff that need access to. But you'll be able to get that sorted out. The dang thing is password protected. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be able to find someone who's tech savvy that can help you bypass that without you having to run the risk of you losing everything. Quail and doves. Wow. All right. Let's see here. I think we got time for like maybe one or two more. Let's go. If you're still in the chat and stuff like that and you want a reading, drop your birth date and just a question. So I don't have to sit there and scroll through all the comments and stuff like that. I mean, I have some techie friends, but I don't know if they know that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Let's go for this one here. All right, Shelly, you definitely need to like move, not like move like physically, but you need to move from where you're going every single day. All right, because I feel like the daily grind has not been kind to you, and the people and the environment that you're in as well is also not kind, or just it's very much working against you. Shelly, it's very much working against you. Those that you feel like are I don't know if they're actively working against you or something like that, you kind of need to look at your situation realistically. All right, because you're definitely in need of needing to take a breather from where you are. All right, honor your feelings. Know that it's okay to have change, to go after change, and don't feel like you're not going to be able to find anything, because I do feel like you're going to be able to find something, and like it's like 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. Whether that's like 1 week or like 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months, something like that. But I feel like it's like, or even on the third try or the third application or something like that. But you need to get out of where you are, girl. Like, you need to get out of where you are. Like, it's toxic. Like Britney Spears, like the Toxic song is being played in my noggin. They're just doing like radio show for me tonight. They're just like, let's just like put Spotify in her head. Reflecting on your priorities is going to be something that you definitely focus on, Shelly, and be like, breathe through the tension that you're in right now. All right. But think things through. Like, don't jump ship before you've got something else lined up. But, if you haven't already started looking for change, start looking for change. You are on your way out and looking at another. Well, good. Good. Even if I feel like you might hit something that you're just going to consider temporary, and that's okay. Temporary is fine. There's nothing wrong with pulling over at a rest stop and just chilling out for a little bit until you've got the energy or the drive or the experience to go after something else, So like, don't sit there and be like, oh my God, now I'm just stuck in another like dead end thing. It's not dead end. Sometimes you just need like a different spot. You know what I mean? All right. So I hope that makes sense. You think you're in the temporary now? Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if your guides and your higher self is telling you that, all you have to do is literally just sit there in a minute. And when you hear that, just say, I'm ready. But you got to be ready to say that, because when we go, I'm ready, and then spirit pushes you off that bungee cord platform, there's no going back. There's no clambering up that rope. Once they push you, you're going. Whether you actually were ready or not, or you're like, I thought I was ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. When you say that you're ready, they hear us and they're like, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, yank that cord. See ya. All right. But if when you hear it and they're like, change is coming, okay, I'm ready for it. Here we go. And it happens so fast. It happens so fast. So get ready. Okay. It is amazing. And this is new moon energy, folks. This is new moon energy. We're still kind of in it. So use it, harness it. Also, just to while we're on the subject, after the show, if you guys want to head on over to my Facebook page, I did this huge post about the Sabbath that's coming up on the 1st tomorrow. There's a whole bunch of information about Bridget and how we can honor her, and little offerings like milk and honey that you can put out tomorrow, light some candles and all of that stuff. So go check out my information on Inbulk there. There's a whole bunch of really really information there. So go over to my Facebook page under the Pendulums Path. Same thing, if you're not already here, go and check that out. Because I put some work into it. But there's a lot of really fun, cool information. So even if you could learn something new, start a new tradition, ritual, stuff like that. You might even notice some correlations between the rituals and the like kind of like annual spring cleaning that people tend to start doing around this time of year as well. So you can incorporate your spring cleaning and then like add a little element of intention into your clearing out of junk in your home. Are you serious, Sherry? Don't really have a specific question, but I'll take some cards if you have the time and want to pull. The last time we talked, everything you told me literally played out the next morning. Shut up. That's amazing. That's also kind of creepy. But that's also really cool. You'll have to tell me what I told you, because I don't remember what I told you, but that is actually really cool. That what I said happened like the next morning. That's weird. It must be psychic. I must be. I mean, I must be. There's got to be something to that. There's got to be something to that. You know, and I am sorry that I had to kind of reschedule the live from last week. I was really, really unwell. Like, put myself in the hospital unwell. It was really not a good time. I'm still battling a really nasty infection, but I'll recover just fine. It's just it's going to take some time for me to bounce back, but I was like, you know what? I've got some energy. Let's do this. All very serious, all the chaos. Oh, but you were prepared. You know what? Sometimes if somebody can give you a spoiler alert, because listen, sometimes we don't realize we're watching a scary movie until the creepy thing kind of pops out of the closet. And then we're like, oh, I didn't realize that this was a thriller horror thing. You know what I mean? And if somebody had just like kind of leaned over and just said, in 5 seconds, close your eyes because something's going to jump out at you, wouldn't that be freaking amazing? And we're just like, okay, cool. All right, so I didn't have to subject myself to that horror. Wonderful. We can move on with the rest of the show. You know, and if someone can just give you like a little bit of a spoiler alert, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you need. And someone give you, hey, heads up, something's about to happen. And then it doesn't, you're like, hey, guess what? That wasn't so bad because I knew it was going to happen before it happened. Someone gave me a heads up. I do kind of joke around that I'm probably the worst person to take to the movies because I already know how it's going to end, even though I haven't seen it. My kid has said to me, like, I don't like playing games with you, Mama. And I was like, why not? And she's like, because if I say what's behind my back, you know what's behind my back before I've even like given you a clue. And it just kind of sucks the fun out of things. So there are times where I'm like, I have to tell Spirit, can you just back off for a second? So I can just like get this wrong. But you know what? Like, life is a journey, and sometimes there are unexpected delays ahead. And, you know, if I can be like a little bit of a GPS and be like, you're going to have to take a detour. You're going to have to make a choice here to go left or right to get around this situation. Or we can go through it and you can be patient and ride it out, you know. But if someone can, if you know that there's going to be a problem 10 minutes before there's going to be a problem, either avoid or be prepared for it. Know what I mean? All right, folks. Well, we've been on here for just over an hour, coming up on an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting because I got to go eat some food, because I'm pretty sure somebody has sent me a message saying, did you eat today? And I'll be like, I mean, I ate cereal, but that was many, many hours ago. So that was many, many hours ago. But as always, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you want to leave a review, please do so. You can head to my website at the very bottom. You can hit the leave feedback, and you can send me a little message there. And if you're cool with it, I can put it up on my website. Also, please note, I got a shop, I got a store, I got all those things. And guess what? It's going to be right there, www.thependulumspath.com. When you go to my website, you can read my bio. You can hit shop, you can hit services, and book a private session with me. So we can go deep, we can get into all the nitty-gritty details and stuff like like that. And we can talk about all the stuff that you don't want just spread all over social media on a live stream with a bunch of people that you don't know. Okay. And we can spend some more intimate time together, and get you a more clear topographical map, of your life and stuff like that, and see where you're going, where you're headed, and if you need to maybe change some plans. Maybe choose a different destination because the weather that time of year is going to be shit. Don't want people to go into storms unless that's what they're wanting to go into. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a store in there. I sell crystals. I got jewelry. I got all kinds of cool stuff. So go check it out. And as always, I hope what I said makes sense for you. And if there's anything that I said tonight that you also found helpful, even if I wasn't able to get to you tonight, if what you heard, it felt like I was speaking to you and you can take it, take it. Okay. Sometimes messages are meant for multiple ears to hear. Okay. So if any of what I said resonated to you and you can take it, please take it. I hope to see you guys probably next week. Fingers crossed. I'm going to see what my schedule looks like, and see what we got going on. Probably Wednesday or Thursday, maybe next week. We'll see what's going on, and then we'll get into Valentine's Day stuff. Did I really say that? I did. The 14th is fast approaching, guys. It's fast approaching, and if you want to get something cute and sweet, rose quartz. It's a stone of love. It's a stone of love. Gets you in all the feels. So maybe go check out my shop, see if there's some rose quartz stuff in there that you want to get. All right. But it was an absolute blessing hanging out with you guys. As always, it's always a great time. I love jumping on a live stream and hanging out with a bunch of people that I know and don't know. It's always fun to meet new people. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you go get a drink of water and get some good sleep tonight. And I will check in with you guys later. Take care, guys. Bye.